Good afternoon, everyone. It is a beautiful day here in northwest Arkansas. 50 degrees, and it's not even the warmest part of the day yet. Thought I'd take advantage of the nice, beautiful day to update you on all the babies. This is Snowball and her 6 white kits. These guys are 3 weeks old today. Most of these babies are. If you remember, she kindled 8. And she has 6 left. 1 was DOA, and then we lost 1 at about day 13 because it was out of the nest box by itself and it got cold. Here is Caraway, and Caraway has 9 kits who are 12 days old today. She had 5 reds and 4 white. Let's see how they're doing. They should have their eyes open now or getting close to it. Let's see. She kindled 9, and at last check she still had 9. Although a couple of these white ones are awful little, and I didn't think they'd survive. But yeah, so far it looks like they're gonna make it. They took their time, but they started growing. I didn't think they would. But she's still got all 9 of hers, and they are beginning to open their eyes. Next, Caraway. We have Salt and her litter. She had 10. And 1 was a peanut that died, and the other one was DOA. So she's raising 8. Again, these guys are 3 weeks old today, all but Marbles. Caraways are 12 days, and Paprikas are 10 days today. And then here we have Eureka and her babies. They're all growing and doing well. They're drinking water out of the bowl, and I've seen them nibbling on the grain. So they'll start growing really fast now. And then here's Marble. And Marble's litter will be 3 weeks old tomorrow. And she's still got the 2 broken. She's got 1 heavy broken, and then 3 reds. I took all these guys out of the nest box. Normally I do it at day 18. I get work that day, so I took them out at day 19. And then here's Harmony, and she has 6. She's got 3 heavy brokens and 3 reds. And they're all huddled up in the corner like 3-week-old babies do. This is my favorite age. They are so cute at this age. And she's got some really nice dark kits in there. It's got 1 there on top that's lighter than the rest, but her kits are pretty dark. Be happy to watch these guys grow out and see what kind of type we get out of them. And then over here is Paprika. I have some daughters from these girls, Paprika and Harmony, and I intend on keeping some daughters out of their current litters. So Paprika and Harmony will be going away. I traded them for different rabbits and partial trade on a Nigerian buck. This is Paprika. She's got 6. So far, they all looking black. She's got 4 black and 4 broken black. Or, I'm sorry, 2 broken black. My mind's not on what I'm doing here. And she's got 2 beautifully marked blacks. They could still turn out to be steals. It may be a couple months before the steal shows up, but so far they're looking black. So I'm really pleased with that experimental breeding so far, assuming they remain black. And then over in these 3 cages, we have Cinnamon, or Caraway's last litter. She had 6 chestnut and 1 white, which I was looking for, a real coppery looking chestnut, which these 3 turned out to be. But now that I've got additions to the barn, I don't think I'll be needing these after all. And she ended up, these 5 here are all does, the white one, and those 4 are all does. Out of her last litter, she only had 1 buck, and that'd be this guy right here, and he's one of the ones I would have been considering keeping if he had turned out nicer than Chester. On the other side, we do have some additions. Oh wait, we got 2 new does here to replace Paprika and Harmony. We have this girl. This girl, her name is Number 9. And yes, there's a town in Arkansas called Number 9. And after we named her, we got to counting and looking. She actually is the 9th brood doe that I have right now. But she's out of some great bloodlines. And I needed to put a little weight on her. But as soon as I get her weight up, I'll be breeding her very quickly. And next to her we have Lacey. Lacey is a Charlie broken red doe. And she's at breeding age. I'm just going to put a little bit of weight on her and we'll get her bred. And then I have a new buck. Let me walk to the other side. Here's my new buck. His name is Kaiser. He is actually, believe it or not, even though he's a little younger, he is the full sister to Paprika. So I'll have to make sure I don't breed him to any of Paprika's daughters, since they're the same breeding. But he's a really nice buck. I really like his shoulders. His color could be a little darker, but he's not bad. I like the color. And with the does, I think we'll get the coloring darker. This guy, he's red, but he's not showable. And he's not going to let me show you right now. On one of his hind legs, he has a white spot. And his hind legs have white toenails. And so that keeps him from being showable. But he is out of a broken sire and a broken dam. So I am actually going to be using him mostly for my broken lines. And he and Lacey, the Charlie doe, I think are going to make some beautiful babies. And Lacey has real dark red coloring. Even for broken, she's really dark. And since I have him, of course there's Boxley, and this one's Cedar. Cedar is going to be sold. I'm going to breed him one more time, and that way I can keep some of his daughters. And Cedar is out of cilantro and red hot chili pepper. So I'll be able to keep that line going by keeping some of his daughters. He's got a couple litters over there now, and I'll breed him again in a couple of weeks. And then after that, he'll be sold. Right now I have too many bucks for the does that I have. And then here's Ash. Ash is almost breeding age. I'll be using him in a couple of weeks to breed some of the girls. He will be staying. He's one of my new bucks, so he'll be staying. And then Chester, I am going to be breeding him to a couple of my does. He is the chestnut, very dark red, and look at the type on this guy. He is just a very typey fella, and I am tempted to keep him because of his type, but as soon as I can get my reds to darken up, I really don't have a need for the chestnut. So I'll get a couple of litters out of him. and hopefully he'll pass along that type, because man, he is just excellent. I just love his type. But he's got a potential home. Someone has spoken for him, so he's supposed to be sold. But I will get a couple litters out of him before he moves along. So that's the update for the rabbitry. Not a whole lot going on. Getting ready to do some more breeding, and in about 3 weeks all these litters, well, 5 of the litters will be weaned, and Paprika and Harmony will be going to their new home in March. And I have some new rabbits coming in February and a couple more in March that's coming in. And that's why Paprika and Harmony were sold. I had to make room for the others, and I needed some new bloodlines. So they've been sold or traded. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Until we speak again, God bless.